trying to get in touch with you, but you haven't been answering your phone.
Judy?
Yes, it is.
Judy, I've been busy, Judy. I apologize. I've been caught up.
Well, you know you got a baby coming, right?
Baby who?
Your baby.
My baby?
Yes, yes,
I
you
don't
do
have a
have
baby.
one too. You have one coming.
I have one coming.
Yes,
How
you
that
do.
happen?
What?
How that happen? How they tell you?
You know how it happened.
Don't make no baby, Judy.
Well, we'll see when we'll see when the DNA test comes.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video. We got something crazy, man. We got this 64-year-old pregnant lady jumping on the phone, trying to confront the man who could have possibly planted the seed in that old womb. Now, I mean, you really don't start hitting menopause until about 45, 55. This lady is 64, about to be 65. So, I mean, when she is able to have a child, which it's definitely possible. You had a lady back in 2019 who had twins. Let's just look at this situation.
I'm trying to get in touch with you, but you haven't been answering your phone.
Judy?
Yes, it is.
Judy, I've been busy, Judy. I apologize. I've been caught up.
Well, you know you got a baby coming, right?
Baby who?
Your baby.
My baby?
Yes,
I
you
don't
do
have a
have
baby.
one too. You have one coming.
I have one coming.
Yes,
How
you
that
do.
happen?
What?
How that happen? How they tell you?
You know how it happened.
Don't make no baby, Judy.
Well, we'll see when the DNA test comes. So what are you trying to say? I'm out here sleeping all around?
You sleeping somewhere, but it ain't
No, I'm not neither.
Judy, somebody ain't being honest here, Judy. Something ain't right.
You'll find out when we have that DNA test done. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to get my blood pressure up back and forth with you. We just going to have that done, and then we'll go from there.
I understand, Judy, but something must be wrong now, Judy. Oh, yeah?
So I'm not going to have anything else to say to you because I'm really pretty much pissed off at you because you ain't been answering your phone. You going on, I'm going to put your ass on child support. Because I am not going through this shit no more. Oh, you bitch, you can get a DNA. We can go down there and get a DNA test done.
Oh, Reggie ain't no deadbeat. Now, he's doing what he got to do.
Okay, so let's do what we have to do.
So in this situation, she calls the supposed baby father, right? It could be the baby father, right? She called him and she confronted him, right? Now, mind you, they are very old, but she's calling him, she's confronting him. She doesn't know. She just saying, hey, well, look, I ain't sleeping around, so it got to be yours. If we're gonna run with that, we're gonna run with that. Right now, like I said, it's very possible, but it's just a crazy situation. In fact, that you got to record the whole thing. Why even record it? Now, I will definitely say take this video with a grain of salt. Please take this video with a grain of salt because a lot of times, a lot of people like to clout chase, right? Now, I went to her TikTok and I was like, let me just kind of surf this. This will really make sure this is legit before I even decide to do a video on this, right? And she's actually making a whole journey about this stuff. Now, sorry to burst your bubble, but supposedly she lost the baby, right? Supposedly she lost the baby. So y'all sat here, y'all done put this man through the whole ringer. Y'all done gave this man a scare. If this is real, y'all done gave this man a scare. All because of what? Probably some clout. And hey, man, listen, I don't want to be this person. I really want to be respectful, but maybe that woman's time might be coming up. So they was like, let's go ahead and try to milk this as much as possible. Because why else would you want to post your mother or your grandmother, right, on the internet being pregnant? It doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense in the situation in the situation that they are in. Why would you want to post that, right? And the daughter, I believe that's her daughter, she's just encouraging it. She's just all happy and giddy about it. And then, if I'm not mistaken, that daughter, she has a daughter. So I mean, I don't see a bright future for that daughter as well. I just do not see a bright future for that daughter. I mean, for you to have your grandma or your great grandma act this way, it's just mighty wild, right? It's just mighty wild. She doesn't give off one of your older grandmothers that actually lived by principles and by morals, right? So it just seems like she's just leaving a bad impression, not only on her child or her grandchild, but she's leaving it on her grandchild, right? She's leaving it on for the little one. Now, here is a video of a sister pretty much breaking it down who was actually following this whole thing.
I was following 64 and Pregnant. Y'all may know what I'm talking about. If not, you can search it. 64 and Pregnant, her daughter, Reggie, and Peanut. It never looked right to me. Not from the beginning. And I said from the beginning, she's not pregnant. She was never pregnant. And I followed for a while. I was waiting to see if it was a skit, if it was a prank. And then they went through all of this stuff with the baby father not wanting to be involved, chasing him, going to his house, forcing herself on him, all of this as a 64-year-old woman and her daughter. It never looked right. And if you go to the daughter's page, and this whole thing was spearheaded by the daughter, it's a whole bunch of advertisements. And then 64 and Pregnant and Peanut and all this little stuff in between, but then she's advertising stuff. And then 64, it was more advertisement than story. I hung in there, like I said, for a minute, hoping that they would finally say, okay, this was a skit, whatever, but they kept pushing it. I lost interest and it got lost somewhere in my FYP. So they popped back up on live today. So I go back to the page and I scroll enough to see she's no longer with child, so on and so forth. A video of her coming out of the hospital. And now they're on live not wanting to answer any questions. The daughter talking about, I checked out. I've checked out mentally. I checked out. I blame the daughter. I blame the daughter. Because in my mind, and I understand there's young fools, but there's no fool like an old fool. And yes, people getting pregnant in their 60s happens. I have a great aunt who gave birth to my great aunt at 65. I know it happens. But it never looked right. It never felt right. I called it from the beginning and I still believe it, and they can't fight me. So she was never pregnant. It was all the daughter trying to make money, which is sad, which is really sad. She got me thinking if that's even really her mother.
So, like I said, guys, y'all use it up for your discretion, man. You know, it's just a wild story, but it's just this constant. This is what TikTok breed, right? These are the type of women TikTok keeps breeding, right? Keeps encouraging, right, to do stupid stuff like this. Because what's the purpose? What is the purpose, man? And as she said, nobody wants to answer the questions. Nobody wants to challenge, nobody wants to challenge my question. So it's just mighty weird, right? It's just mighty weird that this is what we keep allowing on TikTok. We keep trying to push this type of behavior. Well, a lot of these women keep coming up with skits, and then when people sit over here and throw a stereotype on them, then they want to get upset. Well, I'm sorry, man, that you out here just constantly putting out here skits. I mean, a 64-year-old black woman with no right. Where's your daughter's? Where's your daughter's father? You're not with him. Then you pregnant with this man. You're probably going to end up being another single mother again, right? And then you got the little girl looking at this. It's just a very sick situation, man. But you know, what do you expect, man, when your whole lineage is just people who never really cared about life? I would think, man, I don't count on people who live on Section 8, but I mean, this just gives Section 8 vibes. The mother gives Section 8 vibes. I'm just saying, right? And when you look at the mother, it's only ever going to trickle down. Generations of single mothers. It is just crazy, man. Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know, what do y'all think?